Hey everybody, it's me, Greg Bosson, president of QuickBooks Made Easy for Nonprofits, coming at you with January 2024's Quick Tip. This is a little video that we send out once a month if you subscribe to us, and it gives you a little tip on how to make things a little bit easier for yourself in QuickBooks. This particular tip is for people that are using QuickBooks Desktop, and it has to do with a problem that I've been seeing a lot when people call us with tech support problems. It has to do with your income not appearing correctly on your P&L. Now, I'm going to run a little profit and loss here. Actually, I already have one opened up. And when you look at this P&L, you see we have our individual contributions, our corporate grants, but we have this weird one down here called service fees. I'm just kind of using this as an example. So say you look at this and you're like, I thought individual contributions were supposed to be much higher, and I don't know what the service fees is. So my income's appearing incorrectly. Now, there's a number of reasons why that might be happening. One in particular is specific for people that are using either the invoice or sales receipt form. So if you use either the invoice form, if you're invoicing customers, or if you want to use QuickBooks as a donor database, you're probably using the sales receipt form. We taught it in our training. If you are using these forms, as you hopefully already know from previous training, you can't put income accounts here. Rather, you put items that point to income accounts. So if this is you, if you are using these forms to record your income, which a lot of us are, and when you look at your P&L, the income isn't appearing in the right lines. In this case, I wanted it to be in individual contributions, and there's a ton of it sitting in this weird thing called service fees. The problem may be, in fact, a lot of times this is the problem. If you're using these sales forms, sales receipt and invoice, the problem may be that the item has not been pointed to the appropriate income account. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and double click on the service fees because this is like an account. I don't even know what it is, and you'll see it's combined of a bunch of sales receipts that I entered. So I'm going to click on one of them, and just in case you don't know, you should know by now if you've taken my trainings, you can't put income accounts here. Rather, you put something called items that point to income accounts. So a lot of times when the lines aren't appearing correctly on the P&L, it's because the items on the sales receipt and invoice form weren't pointed to the appropriate income account. So I'm going to actually go to, let's see what item we're using. We're using an item called individual contributions. I would think it would go to the individual contributions account, but actually the name is irrelevant. It goes to wherever you tell it to go to. I'm going to go to the lists, and I'm going to go to the item list, and I'm going to go to individual contributions, and you'll see in this example, it was pointed to this weird service fees account. It may have been that somebody doesn't know what they're doing, created an income account, they didn't know what to put in this account, created an item, but they didn't know what account to put here, so they just stuck it somewhere. Maybe it was a default or something. And so that's why things are wrong. So as a result, all of the transactions all year long are being pointed to this wrong income account. Well, that's actually fairly easy to fix. You don't have to change each and every transaction. You just have to change where the item is pointed to. So this is such an easy fix. So I'm going to double click on this, and I'm just going to change this to where I want it to go to, individual contributions. Now, when I click OK, it's very important that you read this window. You changed an account associated with the item individual contributions. All future transactions, so all future invoices and sales receipts using this item, individual contributions, will go to the new account, individual contributions. Here's the big thing. Would you like to also update the existing transactions? Okay. Now, if you click no, then it won't fix the problem. All right? So if you click no, then it's only going to correct it going forward. If you want to fix the previous transaction so they point correctly, you have to click yes. Then it corrects it, and now when I go to the P&L, you'll see individual contributions has gone up, and that service, whatever it was called, service income or whatever it is, has gone away. And now it's corrected. Okay? So that's the tool and the trick. It's very, very cool. Just please understand, sometimes something won't be pointed correctly. You'll go into one of these things and it's pointed to the correct account, but yet it's still not showing here correctly. So then what I have to do is I have to basically just stick it somewhere else, click OK, say no, then go back in and then put it to where I really want it to go, click OK, and this time say yes. Just kind of redo the point so that it'll fix it. That does happen sometimes. Well, I think that's it. The only other thing I wanted to just remind you of is it's January, it's 1099 time. So if you go under courses and training and you go to webinars at our website, you will see we have our 1099 webinar coming up. For those of you that are using desktop, the webinar is happening, I believe it's on the 17th. Here it is, January the 17th. It's $109. I believe there's a coupon in there for $10 off, so it's only $99. We're going to give you everything you need to know about entering your 1099s. We're doing it on the 17th. There's plenty of time to get the 1099s done. I promise you. Most people wait to start until you've reconciled your bank. You should probably wait to even start doing your 1099s so your bank account's reconciled. But here it is. I hope to see you there. Barbara Starley's going to teach it, and she's great. She's a freak for 1099s. I think that's it. Catch you later.